fired up. This one's for the drivers. Out in the shop, late night lights, grease on our hands, chasing lap times, every turn, every line we find. Trying to build that edge you feel when you drive. From the blacktop tracks to the dirt out back, we've been putting in work, yeah, we live like that. Not just fast for a lap, we make it last. So when it counts, you're gone on the gas. We don't guess, we know what it takes. Every setup built from the ground, we break. If you want that feel when the car locks in, you're in the right place. Let's go win. Yeah, we built for 'em. Yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, with a reason you're leading tier one. Set up shop tier one, take it straight to the front. League nights, open runs, we're the ones you want. Dialed in speed, yeah, we don't miss shots. If you wanna win races, tier one, set up shop. Got weekly sets ready, ready to roll. Quality trim sharp, race pace control. Builders in the lab, yeah, they stay on it. Every tweak, every change, we gain on it. Need a custom fit, yeah, we do that too. Built to match your style, what you like to do. And it ain't just speed, it's a team right here. We ride together every lap, every gear, yeah, we test, we tune, we put in the miles. Turn bad weeks into victory smiles. From rookies to pros, we're all about growth. Now fire that motor, let's get to the front. Yeah, we built for the win, yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, with a reason you're leading tier one. Set up shop tier one, yeah, you know the name. When the pressure's on, we bring the game. From the shop to the track, yeah, we don't stop. If you wanna win races, tier one, set up shop. See you in Victor Lane. Tier one, set up shop. Tier one. Tier one.
Looking to take your racing to the next level? You need speed and you need style. At Tier 1 Setup Shop, we'll help you hit the track with total confidence. We provide race-winning setups for all three eNASCAR series, Cup, Xfinity, and trucks, plus a huge variety of asphalt oval cars. We've also brought that performance to the dirt. Winged and non-winged sprint cars, micro sprints, dirt midgets, all built by racers who know how to win. And now, get the perfect look. We offer professional wraps and graphics with Tier 1 wraps. Multiple feature artists make it easy to find a design to fit your exact needs and budget. Get what you need when you need it with individual setup purchases, or get full weekly access with a Tier 1 subscription. Tier 1 Setup Shop. You're more than a customer, you're part of the team.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Tier 1 Studios. My name's Pat Wilkinson, up in the booth. Joining me tonight are the voices inside my head, alongside my good friends, myself and I, out here tonight with the Wild West Racing League ARCA series here on a beautiful Monday night here in New England at Langley Speedway. Proving to be a little bit more difficult than we were expecting out here tonight at Langley. Very short track out here tonight. We watched Justin Bell do all kinds of donuts and burnouts through turns 1 and 2. Five minutes left to go in practice. Krishan Elliott leading the way. Gavin Daughtery, Ashton Hayward, Michael Lovelace, Keith Ayers, Trey Smith, Blake Cuttrell, Scott Rush, Marcus Kaiser, Tanner Ensign, Mike Daughtery, Mike Presley, Brighton Coleman, Dakota Henderson, Justin Bell, Joe Wells, Nick Daughtery, and Will Moore. 18 cars will be starting this race out here tonight, as it is just delving into a full-on demolition derby out here tonight with the Wild West Racing League ARCA Series. We are back tomorrow night with the Wild West Racing League with their late model stock series. I believe we will be at somewhere. I know we'll be somewhere. I don't know where. But we will be somewhere. As we normally are. Where that is, I have no idea offhand. Let me take a quick look. The Wild West Racing League brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Whitten Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players in different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. Apparently tomorrow night we will be right back here at Langley Speedway with the late model series. So thankfully we won't be moving very far. This broadcast is also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. The Gen 4 Cup Series on Wednesday night will be at Daytona, and then we will be off until Sunday night for the Wild West Racing League at Daytona for their truck series on the road course. Multiple cars, I believe, are going to have shared pit stalls out here tonight at Langley. Going to be a very interesting pit road at this very short circuit. We take a look at the track information on the bottom right of your screen. 0.36 of a mile, 15 feet above sea level, 30-mile-an-hour pit road speed limit. Very narrow pit road entry and exit out here tonight with the Wild West Racing League ARCA Series here at Langley. Coming down to the final few minutes of practice out here tonight. Apologies for that. Down to the final 30 seconds of practice out here tonight. 48 of Blake Cuttrell having some serious radio issues out here tonight. Again, folks, apologies for not the most interesting starts to these broadcasts. Coming to the end of practice, 18 cars will be starting this race. Ignore the fact I'm pulling my HUD up. I just want to make sure that I am not the reason we are waiting for qualifying to end for so long. As night begins to fall here at Langley Speedway. Ooh, shit. Almost dropping the iPad, the most important part. Scott Rush, Tanner Ensign out on the track first. Let's go on to Scott Rush now. Very slow off of pit road. Scott Rush in the Raiders Wasteland 04 machine. Chevrolet SS. An all-exclusive Chevy field out here tonight, except for Marcus Kaiser in the number 42 Toyota Camry. 04 Scott Rush, green flag is out for his first flying lap through turns 1 and 2 onto the backstretch early. Again, very short racetrack out here tonight with the Wild West Racing League. 1/3 of a mile past the start-finish line. Scott Rush up to first at the moment, 16:204. Time to beat Tanner Ensign, Gavin Daughtery, excuse me. Tanner Ensign beating Rush. Kaiser up to first. Scott Rush does not improve. Down to fourth at the moment, falling further down. Gavin Daughtery with a new fastest lap, 16:033, spinning it off of turn 2. Jump over to Keith Ayers in the Napa number 19. Down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Everybody trying to keep some speed going out here tonight at Langley. This is going to be a very interesting race for these cars at Langley. A little bit bigger than what we're used to. Keith Ayers up to 5th with that first lap. And spins it, trying to get it back down to pit road. Blake Cuttrell in the 48, backwards on the front stretch. Dakota Henderson in the 5, just leaving pit road now, currently in 8th. May still have one more good lap left in that number 5 Chevrolet. Trey Smith, Krishan Elliott, Ashton Hayward, Mike Daughtery, and Brighton Coleman yet to set a time. Michael Lovelace with a flying lap, 15:964. What a lap from Michael Lovelace. He trundles back around the racetrack to the start-finish line. Blake Cuttrell still really blinking in and out of existence here. Not sure what his connection issues are, but he is really struggling to keep that car on the racetrack in terms of connectivity. Ashton Hayward, for a moment there, was on pit road. Hayward up to second, Daughtery in third, Marcus Kaiser, Tanner Ensign, Mike Presley, Scott Rush, Keith Ayers, Dakota Henderson, Will Moore, Justin Bell, Blake Cuttrell, Joe Wells, and Nick Daughtery, rounding out 14 drivers. Michael Lovelace on the point. We wait on qualifying to come to a close. Not sure if anybody else is going to take a crack at qualifying out here tonight. We head over to the race here at Langley. Michael Lovelace leading the way in the number 68. Oop, also just realized that was still on, my apologies. Michael Lovelace, Ashton Hayward. Gavin Daughtery, Marcus Kaiser, Tanner Ensline, Mike Presley, Scott Rush, Keith Ayers, Dakota Henderson, Will Moore. Jumping back into the field a little bit further. Justin Bell, Blake Cuttrell, Joe Wells, Nick Daughtery, Krishan Elliott, Mike Daughtery, Trey Smith, Brighton Coleman, and obviously me down in stone dead last because I am not racing. There we go. Want to make sure we're back at full FPS. Couple cars unsure of what was going on there as we get rolling here tonight. Ashton Hayward and Michael Lovelace on the front row for the start of this race. Roll down the very short backstretch. Everybody trying to get these cars warmed up as best as they can. Get what heat is available into the tires and into the brakes. God knows they are going to need it out here tonight at Langley. Very minimal banking, very minimal room to race. Everybody's still trying to get situated out here tonight as we come back around. Getting ready to take the green flag out here tonight at Langley Speedway with the Wild West Racing League ARCA Series, brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Whip Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland. Pace car getting ready to dive down pit road this time. Pace car down pit road it goes. Rolling towards the restart zone we go. Green flag, green flag, green flag is in the air. We are racing here at Langley. 68 of Lovelace all the way up into the lead of this race, all like a bullet, pulling away from the 99 and the 18 behind, down into turns 3 and 4. Short track racing, 70 laps. This is going to either go by nice and quick, or we're going to be here all darn night here at Langley Speedway. 68 of Lovelace really running a strong pace early into this race, already a third of a second up on everybody else. 99 sends it in a little bit deeper, right on the bumper of the 68. All over that bumper as we go through turns 1 and 2. Off a tune now and onto the backstretch we go. 18 also trying to be up in the mix. Mike Presley in the 000. Down a second and a quarter. A couple cars all the way down to the apron. Excuse me, sorry. 68 of Lovelace still leading the way. Caution in the air. Will Moore. Oop, there we go. There he goes. 29 of Moore into the grass. Let's take a look at what happened here. Oh! Sorry about that. So what happened to Will Moore here? Got squished by the 91. Got up against the wall. 91 gave him a shot. Nothing they could do about it. 29 around and into the grass off of turns 1 and 2. Running over the jerseys. Michael Lovelace still leading the way. Ashton Hayward, Gavin Daughtery. Mike Presley, Keith Ayers, Scott Rush, Dakota Henderson, Justin Bell, Krishan Elliott, Joe Wells, Trey Smith, Tanner Ensline, Marcus Kaiser, Brighton Coleman, Nick and Mike Daughtery in 15th and 16th, Blake Cuttrell and Will Moore in 17th and 18th. Cuttrell having some serious blinking issues out here tonight. Pace car's lights are off. First caution of the night coming to a close out here tonight at Langley Speedway with the Wild West Racing League. Rolling back around towards the restart zone we go. Everybody trying to get these cars settled back in. Very difficult racetrack out here tonight at Langley. Pace car down pit road. Michael Loveless on the point. Green flag, green flag, green flag is in the air. 99 gets a much better restart this time on the high side back into turns 1 and 2. 18 in the 0 behind them. 19 in 5th, running pretty well as well. Down into turns 3 and 4. 18 all the way down the edge of pit road. 10 of 70 laps completed this time around. Everybody trying to keep some serious speed going in these cars. 68 of Loveless running away with it. Marcus Kaiser around. Caution back in the air. 42 of Marcus Kaiser in the lone Toyota Camry. Off of turn 4 now, as we see on the replay. 44 Ensign gets behind him, outbrakes himself, spins it out, gets assisted around by the 25, collecting the 29 and the 56 in it. 48 of Blake Cuttrell managing to evade it. Out here tonight, second caution in the air for Marcus Kaiser. And I just realized I still have the details on. My apologies. Too many things to remember these days. The lights are on, but no one's home. You know what I mean? Again, hopefully everything looks good on the stream. God, I hope so. Wild West Racing League brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Witt Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran-owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players in different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. This broadcast is also brought to you in part by This broadcast is also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. Pace car's lights are off, ready to go racing once again out here tonight. Waiting on the pace car to head down pit road. Blake Cuttrell really struggling to keep that car on the racetrack tonight for a multitude of reasons. Green flag is back out. We are racing once again. 15 of 70 this time around. 68 of Michael Loveless running away with it once again as we charge down into turns 3 and 4. 99 all over his bumper, trying to keep the speed going. Off of turn 4, down the front stretch, into turns 1 and 2 we go again. Caution back in the air. Scott Rush, Brighton Coleman, Tanner Ensign, Mike Daughtery, Keith Ayers as well. Huge one. Towards the back of the pack here. Let's jump over to Tanner Ensign and take a look at what happened. 44 Ensign on the bottom off of turn 4 into turns 1 and 2. Whoa! Alright, so there's a lot to unpack there. So let's go over to Brighton Coleman. Rewind a little bit further. Okay, so this is Brighton Coleman we're on board with now. So let's go to quarter speed. 4's on the inside, behind the 3. 8's just around him. He punts the 3, gets shunted by the 44. 44 gets spun around. 0 of Presley has a problem somewhere along the way. 0 Presley did the same thing a few laps ago. Well, he also got assisted by not Will Moore. That would be the 19 of Keith Ayers. My apologies. He got shipped by the 19 of Keith Ayers. Nothing anybody could do about it. does tend to happen out here at these short tracks. Can't always control what's going on every minute of every day. Pace car's lights are off, ready to go racing once again out here tonight. Green flag back in the air. We are racing. 68 of Loveless on the point, leading the way back down into turns 1 and 2. 99 and the 18, duking it out, trying to get that position going here. 99 looking up the inside of the 68 all the way down to the apron, trying to make that magic happen on the bottom of the racetrack, trying to sneak past. 3 wide behind. Let's start jumping into the field a little bit. Let's go down to Will Moore. Side by side with the 42 and the 25 on the bottom. Will Moore in the 29 machine on the high side. Back into turns 3 and 4. 56 a little bit behind as well. 44, 25, 0 all ahead of him for Brighton Coleman, and the 48 of Blake Cutterell still really having some serious radio issues out here tonight. Not sure what's going on with Blake, but he is not a happy camper in that truck. Let's jump up to the number 51 Mac and Cheese Movers, or Mac and Cheese Portables, that's the one, of Trey Smith in the number 51 Chevrolet. Caution back in the air. 19 to Keith Ayers, excuse me. Around may have been a little bit of karma for that number 19 after shipping the 0 of Mike Presley. 19 stuck on the high side off of turn 2, up into the wall. Gets loose and spins it around into turns 3 and 4. Everybody getting around him, which is the big thing. No big damage to anybody else. Michael Loveless leading the way. 4th caution of the night. Pace car's lights are off. Everybody's side by side, ready to go racing once again out here tonight. Pace car down pit road this time. 68 of Michael Loveless on the point once again. Green flag, green flag, green flag is in the air. We are racing. 99 and the 91 on the high side, trying to get things rolling. We go back through turns 1 and 2 and onto the backstretch we go. Everybody's trying to get settled in. 29 of 70 this time around. I am so happy that we are not waiting around for no lap on caution, because we would probably be here all night. 30 of 70 this time around. Michael Loveless still leading the way. 99 of Ashton Hayward on the high side. Gavin Daughtery, Dakota Henderson, Joe Wells, Tanner Ensign. Let's go over to Wells, actually, in the number 3 Goodwrench Chevrolet. I believe this is supposed to be a mimic of the Corvette that they ran at Daytona for the 24. That is a beautiful paint job on that number 3 Goodwrench we've seen. Whoa! 5 in the 18. Trey Smith also involved. Big one into turn 1. Caution back in the air. What the hell just happened there? 5 of Henderson through turns 3 and 4 we go. 18 loose in front. Comes straight across, clobbers the 5. Nowhere for anybody to go. Clips the 91, 19, 51, and the 29. Whole field scatters to evade. Just can't make it happen. 5th caution of the night out here tonight at Langley Speedway with the Wild West Racing League. Wild West Racing League brought to you in part by WYO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Witt Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran-owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players in different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. Broadcast also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios. Pace Cars lights are off, ready to go racing for the 6th time tonight here at Langley Speedway. Through turns 3 and 4, green flag, green flag, green flag is in the air. 68 of Michael Lovelace on the point once again. 3 of Joe Wells right there behind him. 8 all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack. 44 and the 99 on the high side, trying to get the momentum rolling on that high side, make some magic happen. 3 wide into turn 3 for just a moment with the 8 and the 44 of Justin Bell. Tanner Ensign on the in and outside of the 3 of Joe Wells. Just over halfway completed into the 70-lap race. Michael Lovelace with the masterclass at the moment. .68 of Lovelace with 30 laps to go, 68 of Lovelace. Leading the way, Ashton Hayward in second, Justin Bell falling back, Tanner Ensign, Joe Wells in 5th. Scott Rush up into 6th now. Kershawn Elliott, one of the most improved cars on track, up in 7th, up 8 positions. Mike Presley, Will Moore, Nick Daughtery, Trey Smith, Dakota Henderson, and Brighton Coleman in the 5 and 4. Caution back in the air, 18 around. And forced down into pit road, Gavin Daughtery with a problem there. Let's take a look. Oh, got stuck on the bottom alongside Mike Presley. Yeah, she went down to the apron and got doored by the 0. Not much they could do about it. That's why the yellow line is there, folks. No offense to the 18, but there's a reason why the yellow line is there. Where was I? Will Moore in the 29 behind the 0. Nick Daughtery in the 25. Trey Smith, Dakota Henderson, Brighton Coleman, Keith Ayers, Mike Daughtery, Blake Cuttrell, Marcus Kaiser, and Gavin Daughtery down in 18th. All your cars still in the race out here tonight. Couple cars a lap down. Pace car's lights are off. Everybody ready to go racing once again out here tonight at Langley Speedway. 68 of Michael Loveless on the point once again. 99 of Ashton Hayward on the high side. 8 of Justin Bell. 44 of Tanner Ensign. Scott Rush in the 0-4. 3 of Joe Wells. 91 of Krishan Elliott. 0 of Mike Presley. Will Moore in the 29. Nick Daugherty in the 25. Trey Smith in the 51. 5 of Henderson. 4 of Coleman. 19 Ayers. 56 of Mike Daugherty. Marcus Kaiser in the 42, Blake Cutterell in the 48, Gavin Daugherty in the 18, green flag is in the air. Whew. Just made it. The cone is from pit road is, you know, all the way through turn 1. That's amazing to me. 22 laps to go this time by. Back down into turns 1 and 2, 68, getting a little bit of help from the 8 off of turn 4. 68 of Loveless all the way down to the yellow line. Trying to run it all the way down there. Caution back in the air, Mike Presley around. Zero Presley off of turn 4. Down the front stretch. Breaks off. 51 of Trey Smith sends him around 25, managing to evade that beautifully. 48 of Cutterell also managing to get around. Dakota Henderson also had a crash. Let's take a look at that. 5 of Henderson managed to evade it. 3 wide for the position. Oh, and gets wrecked after the caution is out for the 25. Not how Dakota Henderson wanted his night to go in that number 5 car. Seventh caution of the night with only a handful of laps left. I'm surprised nobody's gone down pit road for more fuel or tires. Pace car's lights are off, rolling up towards the restart zone we go. 68 of Michael Loveless still leading the way. Justin Bell on the outside now. Ashton Hayward in the 99 down to 3rd. 3 of Joe Wells in 4th. Pace car's off, green flag back in the air. We are racing. 99 punting the 68 into life. Charge back down into turns 1 and 2. 8 alongside the 68. 68 holding that bottom like nobody's business. He just has this tracks number in this car out here tonight. Roll back off of turn 4. 68 of Loveless setting up a little early there. Had me worried for a second. 8 of Justin Bell all the way down to the apron. Managed to get it back around. Joe Wells and Brighton Coleman around. Caution back in the air. This is the 3 off of turn 4. 0-4 of Scott Rush gets into the 3. Comes straight back across and clobbers the 29. 4 of Brighton Coleman also involved. A lot of mistakes out here tonight at Langley with the Wild West Racing League. Pace car's lights are off, rolling back around through turns 3 and 4 in just a second here. 68 of Michael Loveless still on the lead. Justin Bell on his outside, 99 of Ashton Hayward behind, 44 Enzyme on the outside behind Bell. Green flag, green flag, green flag, back in the air. We are racing once again. 8 of Bell had the better restart, but the 68 back on the bottom has the better line. 8 in the 68, giving the doors to each other as we charge back down the backstretch. Whoa, 8 of Justin Bell around. Caution back out. Oh, gets clobbered by... Did Justin Bell just hit him? Yes, he did. 56, 5, and I believe that's the 18 as well. What the heck just happened back here? That's not him. Justin Bell. Ada Bell stops right at the side of the racetrack. 0 of Mike Presley. 4 of the 5 all the way to the grass. 56 also involved. So let's actually rewind with a wider lens. We'll go over to Mike Daughtery in the 56. Got below the yellow line with the 42. 5 in the 18. Also way down there. Not sure what they're doing down there. 0 got sent up high. That's why he hit Justin Bell. 56, 18, and the 5 all collected each other on the bottom of the racetrack. 9th caution of the night in the air. Pace car's lights are off, ready to go racing for the 10th time tonight. .68 of Loveless taking the 10th restart on the bottom of the racetrack in the lead once again. Green flag, green flag, green flag is back in the air. 6 laps to go. Let's see if we can make it around those final few laps. 44 and the 51 punting each other all the way through turns 1 and 2. 99 of Hayward, caution back out. For what? Oh, 5 of Henderson gets punted around. Onto the apron in turn 1. Got a little bit of neck code from the 56 and got hooked on the apron. Nothing he could do about it. I believe at this point we're going to have a green-white checkered finish with no overtime. Pace car's lights are off, ready to go racing one more time. Let's see if we can do it. Rolling back around off of turn 2 and on the backstretch we go. Everybody getting settled in for hopefully the final time. Pace car is off. Green flag back in the air. We are racing for the 11th time. 2 laps to go here at Langley. 68 of Loveless with the 44 and the 51. Give him a shot down through turns 1 and 2. Into turns 3 and 4. Let's see if we can take the white flag first. Back off of turns 3 and 4. White flag, white flag, white flag is in the air. Coming back no matter what. Couple of cars backwards on the racetrack through turn 3. Let's see if we can get back around before there's any other problems. 68 of Loveless, 44 Ensign, and Ashton Hayward in the 99 are your top 3 as we cross the start-finish line. Michael Loveless wins here at Langley. Tanner Ensign, Ashton Hayward, Scott Rush, Will Moore, Joe Wells, Keith Ayers, Nick Daughtery, Dakota Henderson, Mike Daughtery, Blake Cuttrell, Marcus Kaiser, Krishan Elliott, Mike Presley, Trey Smith, Gavin Daughtery, Justin Bell, and Brighton Coleman. Let's get Michael Loveless in here. Michael Loveless, congratulations on a fantastic win out here tonight at Langley Speedway. What a finish.
Yeah, thank you. Nice win at the hometown track.
Oh, this is your hometown track. Well, double congratulations then. What a finish for you.
Thank you. I'd like to dedicate this one to Paul Lubno, who races here all throughout the summer. And car number 14, if you're ever out at Langley Speedway, root him on. He's run many championships here. I think he's up to 5 now. And so this one's dedicated for him.
Well, what a way to win it out here tonight. Started on the pole and finished first. Absolute masterclass out here tonight at Langley Speedway. Congratulations once again, Michael. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you up here in the booth. I'd like to thank all the people watching, the Meals on Wheel Foundation, Meals on Wheels and Water Wheel Foundation. If you can, go volunteer or donate to them. Like to also congratulate Barney for leading the most laps tonight in the pace car. And overall, just a solid win. So I appreciate it.
Couldn't have put it better myself. Thanks for joining us up in the booth once again, Michael. Congratulations on a home track win here at Langley Speedway. I'll have to be talking to you more tomorrow night when we're back here again.
Thank you.
Let's get Tanner Ensign in here. Tanner Ensign, this is Pat Wilkinson up in the booth. You got me.
I got you, Pat. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Congratulations on a fantastic second place finish. Took us, what was it, 11 restarts at the end of the day to get it done out here tonight at Langley. But hopefully it was a good race for all you guys down in the cars regardless.
Yeah, I had a good run. I started dead last because of an EOL penalty, and here we are P2, so that's a good run for the Wild Outlaw Custom Diecast Chevy. I'm pretty sure this also gives us the point lead. I don't know where Trey finished, but I know he was involved in a big wreck there at the end, so hopefully all them guys are all right. No idea what happened back there, but yeah, we just steadily kept picking away at it, and you know, every time we'd get on the inside, I knew we had a shot, and then had some great racing with like Joe and a couple other guys through the field when I could get to the inside. It was just so dominant down there tonight, and that was the key. Proud of my guys, proud of this team. Justin had speed, he just spun himself out. Scott running up front, getting a top 5, that's pretty cool. I don't know where Brighton ended up.
Brighton ended up in stone dead last, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, he got stuck a lap down, and then poor Mike kept getting caught up and stuff, couldn't get to the bottom. So overall, good night. Hopefully we learn some things as a team to come back here tomorrow and light it up once again in the late model stocks.
Going to put it better myself. Thanks for joining us up in the booth out here tonight, Tanner, in that number 44 Chevrolet WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast machine. Is there anything else you'd like to add before you sign off?
Yeah, thanks to you, Pat. Thanks to Tier 1 Studios. Thanks to the Stanford Whip Foundation, YO Outlaw Custom Diecast. Everybody who helps put this on, everybody who shows up, everybody's wives and kids who understand that they got to be amateur virtual racers for a couple hours a week, and we'll keep plugging away, and hopefully we'll talk to you again soon.
Hope so as well. Thanks for joining us once again, and congratulations on a fantastic second place. Let's get Ashton Hayward in here. Ashton Hayward, this is Pat Wilkinson of the booth. You got me.
Yes, sir. I got you.
Ashton, congratulations on a fantastic P3. You were right there with Michael Lovelace for the majority of the night, up in second. Just lost it in these last few laps due to the cautions. But congratulations out here tonight on a fantastic P3. What do you have to say?
Well, I want to congratulate Lovelace, first of all. He ran a really good race. He never left that bottom open for me to get up under there, but shout out Trey for the paint scheme this week, and I want to shout out my boys, Sam, Jack, and Ben, and then the teammates.
Congratulations once again. Thanks for joining us out here tonight, here at Langley with the Wild West Racing League, and hope to see more of you in the future.
You too.
Well, folks, you have yet again spent another perfectly good hour with all of us here at Tier 1 Studios. We thank you all for joining us tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it. This broadcast was brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Whip Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran-owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players in different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. This broadcast also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. My name's Pat Wilkinson, up in the booth. This has been the Wild West Racing League ARCA Series at Langley Speedway. And until next time, goodbye, farewell, and amen.
Yeah. Fired up. This one's for the drivers. Out in the shop, late night lights, grease on our hands, chasing lap times. Every turn, every line we find. Trying to build that edge you feel when you drive. From the blacktop tracks to the dirt out back, we've been putting in work, yeah, we live like that. Not just fast for a lap, we make it last, so when it counts, you're gone on the gas. We don't guess, we know what it takes. Every set of build from the ground we break. If you want that feel when the car locks in, you're in the right place. Let's go in. Yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, we're the reason you're leading Tier 1 setup shop. Tier 1, take it straight to the front. League nights, open runs, we're the ones you want. Dialed in speed, yeah, we don't miss shots. If you want to win races, Tier 1 setup shop. Got weekly sets ready, ready to roll. Quality trim sharp, race pace controlled. Builders in the lab, yeah, they stay on it. Every tweak, every change, we gain on it. Need a custom fit, yeah, we do that too. Built to match your style, what you like to do. And it ain't just speed, it's a team right here. We ride together every lap,